Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have a problem. I have a massive problem. It's getting a little out of control, and you know what? I can't help it. I'm addicted to plants. My son last night was like, I don't know what's going on. You were okay last year, and it just sprung up on me. And Mom, you're addicted. And I said, yep. Yep. So, okay. I've also picked up another habit, which is now every time I go to a show and there's like a plant vendor, I have to buy a plant. It's like tradition now. Every time I go to a show and there's plant vendors, I just have to grab one. Some people have tattoos, whereas me, I'm plants. Cause two of my friends have gone to shows and they've gotten tattoos right in front of me. I don't have anyone to watch my booth for a bit while I go get a tattoo, so I can just walk away for a little bit and just be like, I came back with a plant. So it's a nice tradition. I'm liking it, and discovering new plants and then buying them. It's the high. It's fun. I went to my first show of the year, and again, so sad I didn't record it because I forgot my phone. And while I was there, I got a plant. Yep. And it looks really cool, and I can't wait until it reaches maturity. But I'm excited for it. And the first plant I bought was this awesome spider plant. I heard they're awesome to have in the house, and they're easy to maintain, and they sprout. And I got a free planter to go with it. Can't remember the name on top of my head, but I got it from this company here. They had cat grass and spider plants, and unfortunately, as much as I would like to get a cat grass for my cat, Luke doesn't eat plants anyway. Thank you for that, Luke, wherever you are. However, if he starts eating the cat grass, I'm worried that he'll start eating all of my other plants. I tried once eating one of my cactuses because I kind of pushed him off when I was in bed because I wanted to get up, and he retaliated and went to one of my cactuses and tried to bite it. And then when I said, Luke, he ran away, and he hasn't done it since. So I don't want to give him any ammunition to start eating my plants, because I know I have 2 or 3 plants in this house that are very toxic to pets if they consume it. So again, no ammo for him whatsoever. So I ended up getting the spider plant. She's getting there. I just went to a show in St. Catharines, and there were 2 plant vendors. One had cactuses and one had house plants. Love that. And I went to her booth before we even opened, and I was like, I have to buy something before they're gone. And it was between one or the other, and I really wanted them both, but I went for the other one. But now I'm kind of regretting not getting the other one because it had a cooler name. But this one won me over just a wee bit. So I ended up getting a Ficus Shiverina. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. Moonshine. Moonshine is what won me over. The other one was Godzilla. I know, you guys are mad at me for not getting Godzilla because it has a cool name, but I kind of wanted this one. She looks pretty cool. I think she's great. She grows pretty big, I think, from what the lady told me. And I have a plant app. It's called Plant Parent. I just use the basics of it. I don't pay for it. I just simply use it to identify plants, and it gives me information of what I want. This says it's a rubber tree. It's a type of rubber tree plant. It's a rubber fig. This has a toxicity alert. Oh, poison juice, sap touched, and touched sap juice. Mildly toxic for humans, and it's also toxic for cats. Why did I get you? Anyway, we're just gonna pretend we don't know this. But it's slightly toxic, so every time I touch it, I would have to wash my hands. So I gotta wash my hands after this. But she's pretty cool. I'm just gonna do it one more time because sometimes this app will also give me a different name. But yeah, it's a Ficus elastica. known as rubber tree, rubber plant, rubber fig, Indian rubber plant. It's rubber. It's just full of rubber. It's tolerable in full sun or full shade, but it prefers partial sun. And you need to be replanted pretty soon. So, but I think she's pretty. This also helps me figure out the size of it. Yeah, she grows medium. She's a medium-sized plant. I can't wait to see how it goes. My plant addiction is getting so bad that I now have a list of what plants I want. And every time I add one to the list, I just want one. So, that being said, I went to Giant Tiger to go get milk and some bread and all that. And then they had plants, which I was like, and I saw these two, and these two are the ones I've actually been looking for. They're not like hard, they're pretty common plants, but I took care of one this past September, August, and it was Ray's rubber tree plant that was the size of me, like height wise, and I was like, I kind of want one of my own. I might even buy Ray's because apparently things are happening in her household and she might not be able to like rehouse her plant. So I might buy it off of her, but in the meantime, I have my own. I was so happy to find this one. She is pretty, and I like the feel of her because she's all rubbery. It's so fun. It's literally a rubber tree plant, and her growing tall is what got me. So I can't wait to see her grow over the years, and I can't wait to replant her. And then I saw this plant, and she's known to be as a money tree, but she doesn't glow yellow and give me $40 like the one in The Sims. But I got a jade. I didn't really know that, but it is another name called money tree. So she's pretty cool. I need to replant her, but I was really happy to find this one because I like how thick she is, and she's just a rubber, like it's a type of cacti, like it's so cool. She's just unique to me and I love that. And then my friend got me this one plant. It's very mysterious. She didn't really know what it was. Apparently it's like a pepper plant, it's called that. But anyway, I don't want to, it's on a hanging planter, so I don't want to pull anything. Oh my god. Let's just grab the base of it. So she's in this like really cool mushroom planter that I got from work, and the yellow leaf, it's not doing anything harmful to the plant, if anyone's wondering, because the other leaves are not affected. It's just, from what I read online, it is not getting enough nutrients, so these guys are hogging all the nutrients and she's just not getting anything. So if you're saying cut it, I will. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But when she gave me this plant, there was a small stem here and it was like this size. And here we are. This is from October because she got me this as a sympathy gift after my father passed away. And I'm cherishing it like the dickens because this was not only a gift, this is from my best friend. And I don't want to ruin this gift, and I appreciate this gift. I plan on hanging this in my bedroom. I gotta do some modifications, like add hangers and whatnot. Oh, and she has her own little mushroom spooder to protect the plant, and this is from Nicole Zobo Design. And every time I see her, I buy new spooters for my plants. So I have like 4 other spiders like that in my room that needs to go on plants. It's a pepper plant, that's what I was told. I did do another retry, and apparently it reads this as a monstera. It's not a monstera, I can tell you that, but we don't really know, so I'm gonna keep trying to find information. But if you know, if anyone knows what this plant is, please let me know. And so I can put the title on the base of this planter so I know exactly what it is, but I'm curious to where and what the stem will be. It hasn't made any new leaves, so I don't know, but I like it. It sits in my bedroom. It's getting all the light, but I definitely will be hanging it this spring. And then I went to Metro not too long ago, and I was like, oh God, they have a plant area. And I was debating on getting one that I really, really wanted, but my mom was like, that's too expensive for a plant. And I'm like, yeah, it depends on the rarity now, Mom. But like, I understand. We hold it off. So I got this one instead. And this is called a pink princess. I saw this online from the many TikTok videos I've been watching. Honestly, she is very pretty. I love the fact that she's dark green with bright pink splotches. She doesn't get like super big, but she gets medium size, and that's what I want. I don't want anything small. I kind of like, I don't know. I kind of like when plants are like so huge. It just makes them 10 times prettier and awesome looking. But if you guys like small plants, like that's your preference. I prefer just to have plants that I can see them just go, you know, outrageously huge. But this one's just all about the prettiness. I just went to a different store not too long ago, and they had the same thing, smaller and like $5 less. So what I paid for this was pretty decent, and it came with its own like little white planter. And so here's the danger zone of it all, okay? And this is why my son made the comment of like, everything was fine until you got one plant, and then suddenly things have expanded. So on my way home from St. Catharines yesterday, I took a little detour, and I couldn't help myself because I wanted to see if it was there, or I just needed to go on a little outing. And they didn't have, well, they had what I wanted, but I didn't want the full huge size that they had. I like the babies and watch them grow because I like being that kind of a plant mom. And so I went to Heumanns. Very dangerous for me now that I have this new addiction. So I splurged a little bit, but not too crazy, but I splurged a little bit. So I got a few cool plants that I'm like super excited to see how they grow. So I have a version of what I want, but not exactly what I want. I got it anyway because I can always have multiple versions, right? So I got myself a beautiful Monstera Minima. So she doesn't get like huge like an average Monstera, but she can get pretty big, which is fine. Monstera seems to be like a really popular plant in houses, and everyone seems to love Monsteras. But what I want is a Monstera Constellation Tie, and I found one at a different store, which was Metro, which in Canada is like another grocery store. But it was between the Pink Princess or that Monstera. But my mom was like, that's a lot for a plant. And I was like, okay, but is it? Not the question if it's worth buying it for this much. However, Heumanns will get it, including baby forms, but they have to wait for it to be shipped from Florida, which makes sense, but like that's where they're coming from. And so I caved and bought just a regular Monstera. Like, she's so cool. And like, see, that's why there's that one leaf on my plant that the app was like, it's totally a Monstera, and I'm like, it's not a Monstera because they do that. Anyways, so she's got a bit of a curve, and I kind of like that. So I'm really happy with this one. I only paid like $10 for this, which is pretty average what I spend, but like, she's pretty cool. I can't wait to see her grow and like form. It's gonna be so rad. And then I bought myself another Trade Sentia, whatever it's called. It looks like My silver inch purple leaf plant, the one that really hangs. She's like right there, by the way, hanging on the window. But she is like hanging down. She's not really happy where she was in the sun porch. So I can't wait until spring literally gets here so that I can put all my fucking plants outside in the sun porch where they could really thrive. But I bought a version of her, but like pink and green. And I think she'll turn out to be bushier. I can't really remember, but she will hang, but not as much as my silver purple inch plant. But I really just love the colors on these. So pretty. Ugh, I just can't wait to find a little planter to put her in in the meantime. And then when I was at my show recently, the cacti lady had this plant, and I was like, maybe I won't get it because it was already medium size or large. And the price was reasonable, but I was like, again, I like to get babies and watch them grow. So when I went there, I ended up getting a baby version of it for only like, what, $6? Yeah, $6. So I got String of Hearts. It's pretty popular right now. There's also String of Pearls, but I like the hearts better. And so I can put her in the living room on like top of my bookshelf or wherever we can get minimal light, because they can take that and let her hang out and have fun. I think this is pretty. Look, I just absolutely think this is pretty. I hope she turns out to be more pink, but if she doesn't, I'll still love her. So in the area in Neiman's where I got my newest trade Cynthia, they had a bunch of other little plants for like $3.99, kind of where I splurged a little bit. But I saw this one and I thought it looked interesting, and I even like scanned it with my phone to see what kind it is. It's a gold succulent like plant, gold creeping inch plant, and I was like, I have to have it. It's a creepy plant in the shade of gold. So I wonder if there's other versions I might need, maybe. But I like how the leaves are. I think they're pretty cool, and I think this is more of a bushier plant, and I can also hang it. So it comes out like a rounder plant, bushier, you know what I mean? So I like that. Like, that would be really cool. But that's more for the outside, where this is going to be inside, but I'm definitely going to be hanging her. So I'm going to have to find some more macrame stuff to hang all of my damn plants. Then I got this one that was in the same area because she's got some purple in her. It's this beautiful gem. I don't think you can see the purple, but you kind of can see it. There you go. Yeah, so I got this one, and I can't remember the name of it, the life of me. But I did save it in my app. This is a Persian shield. She can get pretty bushy, and you can also hang her. And she just looks gorgeous when they're full grown. Like, there's a decent picture of her. But yeah, I'm excited to see them grow, and that's the best part about getting plants, is just watching them grow and see how well they form. And then I saw this plant and I was very intrigued by it, and Gable even likes this plant because of the title and the shape of it. So I got myself a taco plant. I saw it and I was like, taco plant? Yes, please. So it's shaped like tacos, and they can get pretty big. So I can't wait to see how well this grows. The only plant that I am still searching to get is the Constellation Thai. I pretty much have a lot of what I want, and now it's just, the world is my oyster. There's billions of plants out there. I'm sure I'm gonna find other vendors that are gonna have different types of plants. So I'm really excited to do that kind of journey and just discovering them all and owning them and taking care of them and all that. And while I was at He-Man's, wandering around this giant plant store, I saw their planters, and last time I was there, some of their planters are kind of a like a bit expensive, but these ones, they were on sale, so I'm not mad. But I saw this one and I really liked the off-white in the pale green, but it had this saying that's kind of accurate, but it says crazy plant person working. And my son was like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you got that. But then I showed him this planter, so I bought 2, and he was like, never mind, this one's more accurate to you. And my mom was like, yep, it's accurate. Yep. So it's this off-white porcelain planter with drainage, and it says, I was normal 3 plants ago. Crazy plant lady. I couldn't help myself into not buying this. This was not on sale, unfortunately. It's $14.99, and this was like, I don't know, $10, or it was like 20% off or whatever. My son was like, it needs to say 8 plants ago, not 3. But it just started with 1, and then I had 2 more, and then it just kept growing. No pun intended. But got these planters. Super excited for those. Especially this one with the legs. I love that. And then I will be going on a cool journey. I know I'm going on so many journeys. This one, I had so much fun doing it the first time that I'm willing to do it more. It's interesting watching the process of it all. So my best friend wanted a plant for her kitchen. She asked me what I would recommend, and she said she wanted a low maintenance plant that is easy to maintain, and it hangs, and it's like beautiful. And I said to her, I have 2 plants here that they're both super easy to maintain. I've had no problems with them. And one's in my bedroom right now, and then one's over here. And I showed her the picture which one she wanted. I have purple hearts in my bedroom. That was one that also Ray asked me to take care of, and I kind of liked it, and then I bought myself one. And she's been growing ever since. And then we have the Tricentia purple silver inch leaf plant that has been the OG. So she wanted this one. And so I actually cut a piece and put it in a jar full of water, and then kept it like that for 3 weeks. I've never tried propagation in my mom's terms, creations, and I had so much fun with that process that I really want to try it more. So when I was at Heeman's, this is perfect for my windowsill. I got these 3 jars with a holder, and I'm gonna try creating new plants in here because my mom has a plant at the house that I saw. It's a pothos, and I really like how they're growing. My mom's plants in the living room, they're like they're longer than this couch, and they're hanging over a cabinet, and she's got 2 or 3, and they're all just falling over. It's pretty. So I called her and was like, hey, am I allowed to take a snippet of your plants? And she's like, yeah, why? And I'm like, oh, because I'm gonna try doing this. And she's like, yeah, go ahead. So I'm gonna go and get a clip from her and try growing mine in these jars from the smallest stem we can find as possible. And then I have 3 plants sitting at my parents' house. No, 4. I have 4 plants because they require a lot of sun, and I don't have enough space for them. So maybe I should not get any more plants, right? If I don't have space for them. But so they're over there now until it gets warmer, because they will not like the cold temperature, and they were thriving in my sun porch. So they're like in tucked corner in the living room, and they're all sitting in front of a window. So Bloodleaf is doing so good over there. My Coleus is I love my coleus. She's not growing straight. She has like a stem and she's going this way. I don't know what happened to her, but like that was before I gave her to my mom. I don't know what's going on with her, but she is growing. I have an oxalis. She was very sad when I brought her over there. She had so much, like, here's the picture of her. She had so many stems. And then when I brought her over there, she only has 5. So I hope she gets more when she comes back, because I'm putting her back on this AC because that's where she was thriving. So I'm going to put her there. I'm going to rearrange my entire like sun porch and everything. And then I have one, and I can't remember what she's called, but she's my bushier plant and she is growing beautifully. And I can't wait for her to come back so I can put her on my sun porch and have her, you know, thrive. Where all these plants are going to thrive on my sun porch. This winter, my God, this was all like a learning curve. The reason why I got all these plants is because we lost some plants during the winter. Sadly, I do want to get her again, but we lost Mother of Thousands. She was doing so good over the summer, and then when I had to move her around and place her in this house, I think she was stressing out to the point where I might have overwatered her to where she had root rot, because her stem was like this, full of black from the ground, and all her leaves fell off. And then when she grew leaves, they just fell off, and the leaves were like this small, and they were at the very top. And then she started having like this moldy residue all over her. And so I was like, I can't save you. I don't know how to save you, and I'm stressing myself trying to save you. So I ended up getting rid of her. I didn't want to, but I had no choice. I think she was on the verge of death, and I just couldn't do anything about it. If you think you know what I could have done, let me know in the comments what I could have done. Then I can make like a mental note about them. So we lost her, and then I ended up losing my purple plant that I recently got from Heavy Petal back in October. She didn't last very long. She was weird, but she didn't last very long. I think she was also done by root rot. And then I had a tiger's eye. I remember seeing a tiger's eye at the cactus vendor person, and I was thinking about getting a tiger's eye, and I was like, no. So I passed down that tiger's eye to root rot. She was falling apart. And then I lost, I think my OG cactus. That was a mistake the way I replanted her. I put her in a huge planter, and I didn't need to put her in that huge planter. I think that's what was the problem, and she just, I don't know. She fell apart. We lost her. I think that seems to be the only ones I have lost. We still have Hank. Hank is over there. He's thriving in that one spot. I haven't really moved him around that spot. However, I did learn a lot of things over this past winter. I didn't know that plants can go into shock mode if you give them freezing cold water. Like, I didn't know that. So I was watering them with freezing cold. So I wonder if some of my plants just went into plant shock and they just died because they didn't know. I didn't know you have to water them in lukewarm water or a bit of cold water. Like, it's just, that was insane. That was a learning experience. And then I already knew this about rain, that, you know, it's a lot better to feed your plants than tap water because of all the chemicals. But I researched, and I can water plants with snow. Yeah, you can water plants with snow, melted snow. Why? It's the most purest distilled water to give to your plants because there's less chemicals in that. It's just almost as good as rainwater. I was a little late in the game, so I didn't save all of the snow we had out there. But now I know. And Gabe thought it was really weird when he saw me like grab all the snow and put it in my my watering can, and then I just put it in the bathroom to let it melt. And then it was like warm. So my plants were thriving with the lukewarm or semi-warm water. So it's been a learning experience, and I'm having so much fun, but I just didn't know. So this year, we're gonna go with the routine of the spring and the summer to do all of that. And then next winter, I'm definitely going to be buying like lamps, like put lamps in my room or in my living room, since I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff this spring and moving a lot of stuff to a different place. I can't wait to tell you guys about that, but when it happens, you'll know. But I'm going to be doing a lot of spring cleaning and getting rid of a lot of things and making more room for my plants. It's just, this is going to be a really cool journey, and I can't wait. Other than that, that is it for my plant addiction. I hope you guys liked my collection so far and all these things I am learning slowly. If you guys did like this video of all the plants and my excitement for plants and my journey to not only get more, but to learn more and having fun with it, please give this video a nice like. And if you want to follow me and my other social media accounts, all the links are down below in the description box as well. Make sure you subscribe if you are enjoying seeing a newbie planter person having fun and doing their journey. Like, I honestly cannot wait to film like the propagation period of not only with my mother's plants, but I really want to try with one of my coleus, and I might try with my bloodleaf and see how well that goes. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Thank you for being here, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care.